Why do we need to hold inventory? To answer this, I want to give you an exercise question. Why do you keep food in your shelves at home? Why do you keep food in your freezer at home? Let's say I go shopping once every week, every Saturday. I go to a grocery store, I buy all the food I need the following week, and I put them in my freezer and on my shelves. I repeat this every Saturday. Why do I do this? Why can't I go shopping each time I need food? Here are some common answers. First, I don't want to shop every day. Or I want to keep extra food in case something happens. Or I know I won't have the time to do shopping later. Each of these reasons will create a different type of stock. The first one will generate cyclic stock. The second one, safety stock. And the third one, anticipation stock. Let's talk about them in more detail. The first reason was I don't want to go shopping every day because I need to drive to the store. And that costs me time and money. And that's a fixed cost that incurs no matter how much food I buy in one shopping. Even if I buy one apple, I need to drive to the store. And this is a fixed cost, and I don't want to pay this too often. Let's see what happens to my inventory. Let's say every day I drink 1 gallon of milk. How many gallons of milk should I buy every Saturday? 7 gallons of milk. So here is how my inventory level changes over time. The x-axis is the time, and the y-axis is my inventory. So here is a Saturday, I go shopping, I buy 7 gallons of milk, my inventory goes up to 7. By the end of this day, I drink 1 gallon of milk, and the next day, my inventory goes down to 6. On this day, I drink another gallon of milk. The following day, my inventory goes down to 5. I repeat this every day. The following Saturday, I run out of milk. I go shopping and buy 7 gallons of milk. My inventory is replenished. And I repeat this over and over. And this is a cyclic pattern. And we see this because there is a fixed cost and we don't want to pay this fixed cost too often. So this is called cyclic stock. So what kinds of fixed costs are there in a company? Transportation. When a company places an order with a supplier, it has to pay for shipping. The shipping charge is fixed regardless of how large the order size is. So a transportation cost is a fixed cost. Next, the order processing cost is also a fixed cost. When a company places an order, someone has to process the order. The labor for this person is a fixed cost. Next, a setup time is a fixed cost. What's a setup time? In a production line, when you switch from production of one type of product to another type of product, you need to adjust the settings of the machines. And the time you need to adjust these machines is called the setup time. And this is a fixed amount of time you need regardless of how many units you produce in the next production run. Changeover is another word for the setup time. The second reason was in case of. You want to keep extra inventory in case something happens. Some of your friends can stop by, or you can get more hungry, or any other things can happen unexpectedly. Uncertain things happen. This type of stock is called safety stock. In companies, what can happen unexpectedly? Demand can be larger than foreseen. Production doesn't deliver on time. There could be a quality problem, or your machines can break down, or your suppliers may not be reliable. So there could be a delay or a stockout. To be prepared for such cases, we are keeping safety stock. So what happens if there are uncertain things that can happen in the future? we can experience shortages even if we order enough amount of inventory. So let's see why this is happening. On the left-hand side, demand is very stable. I drink exactly 1 gallon of milk every day. I buy 7 gallons of milk every Saturday, and there's no shortages of milk. On the right-hand side, let's say demand is uncertain. The daily average is 1 gallon, but the actual daily demand varies. Sometimes I drink 2 gallons, sometimes I drink nothing. On average, I drink 1 gallon of milk every day, so every Saturday I buy 7 gallons of milk. What happens? This is a Saturday. I buy 7 gallons of milk. And on this day, I don't drink anything. So the next day, the inventory level is still 7. And on that day, I drink 1 gallon of milk. So the following day, I have 6 gallons. Now, this is the next Saturday, and I go shopping again and buy 7 gallons of milk. Now, during this week, I drink a lot. On this day, I drink 2 gallons, 2 gallons, 2 gallons. And on this day, I want to drink 1 gallon, but I have nothing, so there's a shortage. And on this day, I wanted to drink 2 gallons, but I have nothing, so there's a shortage. So in this case, the daily average demand was 1 gallon of milk, but I buy 7 gallons every week, but I still experience shortages because the actual demand was fluctuating over time. So how can we prevent these shortages? How about if we keep extra inventory as safety stock? If we keep safety stock, we are moving these inventory levels up by safety stock. So if you want to keep 2 gallons of milk as safety stock, everything will be moved up by 2. And these 2 gallons is called safety stock. Now, how can we make this happen? Here, when my inventory level hits 2 gallons, I go shopping and buy 7 gallons of milk. And the next Saturday, I go shopping again and buy 7 gallons of milk. And I repeat this every week. Now, the next reason was I know I won't have the time to do my shopping later. I know I cannot do it. I anticipate that I cannot do it. And this is called anticipation stock. So for example, let's say I know that my car will not be available next Saturday, so I can't go shopping next Saturday. What should I do? So this is next Saturday. I know I can't go shopping on this day, so when I go shopping this Saturday, I'll buy food for 2 weeks, not for 1 week. So the following Saturday, I don't have to go shopping. So when you do that, what happens to your inventory? So my inventory will jump up. This is 2 week supply. It goes down, and the next Saturday, I have 1 week's supply left. And this extra inventory I carry, because I can't go shopping next Saturday, is called anticipation stock. How about the rest? This is cyclic stock. So in companies, when should we build anticipation stock? Companies are closed for holidays. We know that for certain. And so before the holiday season comes, we need to produce more stock so we can sell them during the holidays. High demand during peak season. If you're selling chocolate, you'll see peak demand on Valentine's Day. So before the peak season comes, you can produce more stock so we have enough inventory during the peak season. What's the difference between safety stock and anticipation stock? Anticipation stock is not intended to cover uncertainty. It's built to cover known things. But safety stock is built to cover uncertain things. There's another kind of stock. This is called pipeline stock. Sometimes it's called work in progress. Work in progress is the partially finished products or products that are moving from one location to another location. Pipeline stock exists because things take time. Suppose you're preparing your lunch. You take out some of the foods from the fridge. You are cooking them on the stove. Is it inventory because it's still in your home? Is it not inventory because you'll eat it soon? It's stock, but it's called pipeline stock. For companies, where can you find pipeline stock? Suppose you're producing products at a factory, you have raw materials, you have several workshops, and the materials go through these workshops, and some of them are waiting between workshops. So these are called pipeline stock. Now you have finished products. Before you ship them out, you need to conduct quality review. The products are waiting for quality review, and these products are pipeline stock. Now you're moving them to customers. They're in transit. So the products that are in transit are pipeline stock. We talked about four types of stock: cyclic stock, safety stock, anticipation stock, and pipeline stock. Fixed costs lead to cyclic stock. Uncertainties lead to safety stock. Known events lead to anticipation stock. And work in progress is pipeline stock.